What's good with y'all boys, man? Today we're about to watch. Let me move my box for you niggas can see. Let's get into it.
All police officers in Minnesota surround a naked man who barricaded himself in a dumpster.
Joseph, come out of the dumpster!
This scenario
Bitch, you in a dumpster?
involves over 36 police officers, helicopter surveillance, assistance from nearby civilians, and will eventually evolve into a national headline. Well over an hour earlier, first responders received a 911 call involving a female victim.
This lady, she had on nothing but a pink robe. She was screaming, "Help me." Her SUV was crashed, her face pretty bad beaten. I unlocked my back door and told her, "Get in." She just kept saying, "Oh, he's gonna kill me." She was terrified. This was an ex-boyfriend, and I had asked her, "Where is he? What does he have on?" And she said, "Nothing. He's butt naked."
Officials arrived soon after, and
This nigga butt naked. Why is he naked, nigga?
the female victim was taken to the hospital for evaluation. Investigators then questioned her about the events leading up to the crash. She kept in contact with a man named Joseph Javante Washington, despite a highly complicated relationship. That night she came home alone at 6:30. Joseph was there as he had been earlier that day. He obtained the victim's phone
Oh, hold on. Why he got dreads? Don't tell me this is a brother.
and then unexpectedly struck her in the head. Joseph then dragged her by her hair into the bathroom, trapped her, and threatened to kill her with a knife. He then physically and sexually assaulted her in the shower, punching her with a closed fist, and accused her and her family of tracking him. During the attack, he used her own phone to record the sexual assault and posted the videos to her Facebook and Snapchat. Afterward, he dragged her to the garage, both still naked, and ordered her into a vehicle. She pleaded for clothes, and he retrieved a thin pink bathrobe and 2 knives, forcing her at knife point into the driver's seat. As she drove, he forced her to speed past 100 miles per hour, weave into oncoming traffic, and run red lights. The entire time, he punched her and held a knife to her throat, warning that if she crashed, he would kill her. Joseph eventually grabbed the steering wheel, causing a crash. Both survived. The victim ran while Joseph allegedly grabbed the knives and ran another way. The victim frantically waved down traffic for help. A driver stopped and called 911, leading to her transport to the hospital, where she was treated for contusions, abrasions, and an orbital bone fracture under her
Nigga,
left.
that's crazy. Why did you do this? Like, what do you gain from doing this, nigga?
Die. Meanwhile, police launched a manhunt for the naked rapist in the streets of downtown St. Paul. One key St. Paul officer, Anthony Dean, will be an important figure in the events to come.
How long you've been with
Remember Anthony Dean?
St. Paul PD?
6 years. I work for the Ramsey County Sheriff's Department and Ramsey County Corrections. I'm a United States Marine. I'm actually a disabled veteran.
Officers learned from dispatch that a naked man had broken into a nearby home about a quarter-mile away.
Pulled open our back door. He was naked.
Barreled through towards the kitchen.
He went to the fridge,
He yanked stuff out, and it was a jar of pickles that had broken on the floor.
pulled out a bottle of orange juice, and just that quick, he left again.
We were stunned.
Bro, you boy with a right in the back, you would have pushed that nigga. Head gonna fold back like this. Cause let me find out you just poured my orange juice, nigga.
You remember
him
Luckily, you
saying
ain't touched my air fryer. It would have been
No,
worse.
that's what also was served.
Touch my air fryer to split them open like this. That way, not this way. That way, nigga.
Alarming because he just seemed like in
Crazy.
an altered state.
How did it make you feel to have a strange naked man coming in your back
We're
door?
still processing. We've had some drinks tonight.
Okay.
I'm glad that's all that he wanted was that orange juice. It was unusual. And we're used to weirdos in this neighborhood, believe me.
The male burglary victim
How weird
allegedly
it is.
followed Joseph outside during the call and informed responding officers of his last known location. A K-9 unit was deployed to track Joseph.
It's very rare circumstances to deploy canines to detain a suspect.
He's also wanted for 1033. That changes things for canine.
Even with authorization, K-9 officers must issue a warning before releasing the dog, stating their commands and informing the suspect that non-compliance may result in being bit. It was around this time that officers themselves heard unknown gunshots in the area.
Just heard shot fired, about 8 or 9 shots.
Immediately, we believed this could be related to our suspect.
Security footage later revealed a
Oh, hell no. It's a
naked Joseph casually walking down the street as a Passerby did a double take. About 40 minutes had passed since the crash he fled. Weather records show temperatures were in the low 40s Fahrenheit, or around 6 degrees Celsius. A strike team officer soon spotted Joseph jumping into a dumpster, and within moments, he was surrounded by nearly 3 dozen officers. He was not just being tracked on the ground. A flight team with thermal imaging allegedly confirmed his location in the dumpster while capturing the entire scene. At the hospital, the victim shared more about Joseph. Details officers had learned before finding him at the dumpster. She said he wasn't taking his medication for bipolar disorder, spoke often about suicide, and has a history of using methamphetamines and cocaine. He was abusing Wellbutrin that night, which can cause delusions and manic behavior for people with bipolar and a history of hard drug use. Reports share that while Joseph remained in the dumpster, he told officers he had a gun. Although body cam footage of this incident is documented by the 1,400-page report surrounding this case, we were also able to obtain this never-before-seen footage after winning an appeal request to the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension.
Joseph, come on out.
Yo, stupid ass hiding in the dumpster like this goddamn Call of Duty nigga.
Use
no,
less
than like this Fortnite, nigga. This ain't Fortnite.
Lethal tactics.
Get your ass about that dump. And this stupid ass nigga peeking. Why are you peeking? What in God's name could you be peeking for?
Joseph, come on out. You don't want to be around the pepper ball.
Poor guy's got it.
Yeah.
These niggas laughing. This nigga literally just groomed onto, bro.
Come on, Joseph.
I'm coming in heavy duty, bro. Shooting 8 of them bitches at him.
The pepper ball rounds mixed with winds caused the aerosol irritant to blow back towards officers.
Every officer up there affected by these pepper ball rounds, and so I could tell that these rounds were effective.
Authorized to use pepper ball, but it had no effect.
Appeared to have no.
Cause you not shooting right, bro. You gotta aim it right. Get right in between the crack and the gap, cause he peeking. Shoot it in there, bro.
Effect. This was not coughing or really moving.
It didn't have much effect.
I've been on many scenes where pepper balls are fired. It's almost like a gas chamber. It affects you, and it affects you a lot. It causes you to cry, your nose to run. It affects your breathing. It affects everything. I could see it was having no effect on him, and that was concerning for me.
A total of 14 pepper.
Cause you aren't, bro. You're hitting it on the wall. He's right here. Like these. If the wind is blowing this way, it's not gonna get that man.
Balls
for real.
were deployed. In the provided footage, it is difficult to tell if Joseph is coughing.
You gotta come out, buddy.
John, you got a pepper ball with you?
I'm my car over there. Are you out?
They have one right there.
They've got one.
Do you want me to go open the lid of the dumpster?
Nah. Boy, what? He gonna pop. He gonna. You crazy. He gonna pop out and stab the fuck at you.
Definitely got a knife, but he's saying he has a gun.
He's saying he's got a gun.
And it's full of pepper balls.
But he was naked, right?
Don't pull over.
Well, he was naked, but we saw him come out of the alley. We don't know what he's picked up in his time frame. Joseph, come on out, buddy.
Somebody
We know you're in there.
Too.
You're just gonna have to come out.
I was maintaining lethal cover and said, I have a gun in here, don't come near me. I believed it was a clear warning. If you're going to try to come to this dumpster and take me into custody, I have a gun and I'm going to shoot you.
Officers in dispatch reportedly missed the chance to confirm if Joseph was armed, having never asked the burgled homeowners if he had anything in his hands.
So they went back home, and I stopped at the last location this guy was seen.
By the time they confronted him, this information remained unknown.
Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Who?
Just show us your hands and get on the ground. Climb out of the dumpster and get on the ground.
Joe, it's time to give up. Let's go.
One person.
You niggas ain't got no good enough tech for me, bro. I'm gonna have like a paintball type of thing, like the same thing y'all got with the pepper and stuff, but I'm gonna be able to use it in a gun, bro. Cause no way y'all shot that and y'all didn't get it inside that dumpster and it's not hotboxing up inside there. There's no way. Y'all had to be throwing them like I was Tom Brady.
Talking. Joseph, come out of the dumpster. Come on out. Stand up.
Y'all need long range taser guns too.
Stand up. Stand up.
Like, look, where is he shooting that pepper ball, bro?
Come on out. Come on out.
Let's see your hands, man.
Show us your hands. Show us your hands.
Like, where did you shoot it? If you would have shot that pepper ball and hit him, you would have heard or something, bro. You didn't hit him.
I think I saw a knife in his right hand.
He's got something in his hand.
Right hand.
Show us your hands, Joseph. Come on out.
You could see him open the lid. He was looking at us. He just didn't seem to be present. He's bladed, and then he keeps ducking down. I certainly believe he was under the influence of something that was causing him to not understand how dangerous this is.
You guys, no one chases. Joseph, come on out. Get on the ground. Show us your hands. Come on out. Reaching down for something.
Niggas need to tase the
Joseph,
dumpster, bro.
come on
It's
out.
gonna cause electrocution. It's gonna make you shoot up.
I don't know what he's doing. He's being weird.
He's not in his right mind, guys. Joseph, come on out.
Whoever the nigga is still shooting that shit, you just trolling.
Come on out, Joseph. Joseph, come on out. Show us your hands. Come on out.
Again, squad.
Joseph, come on out.
Dean, your buck's lethal.
Yep, got it.
I know you lying, bro. No way y'all put that motherfucker instead of a pistol, bro. Y'all should have put that bitch in a sniper or something.
I think I got bad cartridges in here.
Go up on the help.
Yeah. I got bad.
These niggas got the little mag gun, bro. Like, you know, like in the other games, we got like a mag gun, bro. That's basically what they're shooting it out of, bro. You need like an actual sniper or something. Something with
Joseph,
precision.
come on out.
An AR.
Come on out.
SMG,
Show us
something
your
you can be
hands.
precise with.
Joseph, you can hear me. Show us your hands. Come on out.
Officer Anthony Dean highlights his concerns in a post-incident interview when he witnessed this exact moment.
A reasonable person, I think they would take cover from projectiles being shot at them. He was standing up. It almost seemed in defiance.
So was he physically being struck by the pepper ball?
I don't know. Not that I observed. There was a potential for it because he had the lid up and he was facing the direction where they were firing the pepper balls.
Come on out. That's right. Come out of the dumpster and get on the ground. No one will hurt you.
This nigga think he playing
Come out of
Fortnite,
the
bro.
dumpster.
That's the problem. It's not Fortnite,
Climb
my nigga.
out. Come on. You're almost there. Get out of the dumpster and get on the ground.
189, come down Coke to the beach out, right?
Joseph, come on out.
This overhead map shows their positions based on body camera visuals. Key officers include Sergeant Brown, who is leading communication with Joseph, Officer Rooney, the canine officer ready to deploy if Joseph.
Why niggas ain't got nobody coming out the sky? Skydive right here. Jump down. Roll in. Take his ass down.
Runs. Officer Becerra, who fired pepper ball
Tag team
rounds,
five.
and Officer Anthony Dean, providing lethal cover if the situation escalates to that point. Throughout the interaction, Canine Officer Rooney repeatedly instructs her fellow officers.
If he does come out running, do not chase. Do not get in front of the house. Do not chase after him.
As officers prepared to fire more pepper balls to lure Joseph out, the pepper ball gun malfunctioned for unknown reasons. It's at this moment that Joseph decides to make his move.
Good, Gilly, good.
Climb out of the dumpster.
Bro,
There
who
you
making
go.
that move?
Move.
Good, Gilly, good.
Climb out of the dumpster. There you go.
Damn! Butt cheek on the ground.
In the first 7 seconds after Joseph jumps from the dumpster,
Hold up, that nigga. Man, it's like a 40
officers
nigga.
hold their positions following orders not to chase. Regardless, Sergeant Brown reinforces this command by loudly declaring,
Dog, dog, dog.
moments after Joseph exits the dumpster, an officer declares,
Hands are empty.
They voice this loud enough to be heard on 6 different body cameras in this area. However, it doesn't seem the message reaches officers in any of these areas. The canine officer strictly follows policy, asserting authority, issuing a compliance command, and warning that non-compliance may result in a bite.
Don't run! Don't do it! Don't run! Please, Kate, get down on the ground! I'm gonna set my dog! You're gonna get back!
In just 1 second
Nigga said everything she needed to say. Let the nigga see. I be saying that shit. Let that motherfucker go.
and 23 frames out of 30, Joseph covers an estimated distance of 40 feet, running at calculated speeds of 15.4 miles per hour, easily classifying his speed as a sprint. As
Damn, they broke his shit down to a scientific T, boy. Yeah, you could.
Joseph rounds the corner with the canine close behind, Officer Anthony Dean's response turns this incident into a national headline.
Climb out of the dumpster. There you go.
Now, don't get me wrong, bro. Don't get me wrong. Wait, oh, hold on. I don't think she knew he had nothing in his hand. Hold up, wait. Why are you shooting? Plus, you got the dog though. Hey, nigga.
Watch out! Hold your weapon! Get the
What in the fuck is going on? This nigga's tasing. They shot this nigga for no reason. Oh my god, what the fuck? Yo, these niggas is
As
behind
shots
here,
were
bro.
fired, officers in this area expressed confusion.
Oh, there he is. Coming out. He's out. He's running. Stay back. Stay back. Crossfire. Watch your crossfire. What was that? What is that?
He had a gun.
No, he didn't. Oh my god, nigga. Fire these niggas. What the fuck?
Let them handle it. Let them handle it.
Suddenly, this situation became a highly scrutinized internal.
I'm about to say, you better come back here, because if you go over there, you're going to be involved, bro. Body cam going to say you was with us, bro.
Affairs case, amplified by the fact that it occurred within months of the height of Black Lives Matter protests. Joseph was shot 3 times in the legs and once in the lower abdomen, while officers applied tourniquets.
I ain't gonna lie, that's not... Nah, that's gonna kill a nigga. But I was gonna say...
He allegedly yelled, spit, and attempted to bite them. Officials transported him to an ambulance in 8 minutes where he was treated for taser probes, dog bites, and underwent surgery for bullet wounds. He ultimately survived his injuries. Officer Dean identified himself as the shooter. All officers who applied force of any kind were escorted to the police station, photographed, and submitted belongings to evidence. Local and national news quickly picked up the case, highlighting Joseph as an unarmed, naked black man shot by police. Meanwhile, investigators searching the female victim's home found evidence that aligned with her story. Later in the criminal process, while discussing his transfer, officers learned Joseph told medical staff he was trying to die by police gunfire. Joseph was soon transferred from Regions Hospital to Dakota County Jail. Just over a day after the incident, Internal Affairs questioned Officer Dean about his actions.
I've responded to calls where people are under the influence of embalming fluid. That person has superhuman strength. It blocks pain receptors. He was eating glass. He cut open his scrotum. We had fired pepper ball rounds. None of it was effective. Taser was deployed, ineffective. The less than lethal options weren't affecting Mr. Washington. I had a great concern that a taser won't work, that he's still armed with this weapon and he's going to get to an officer and be able to use that weapon.
That's what I'm saying, bro. At first, I was like, yeah, nigga, he tweaking off the Adderall with his gunshots. But you gotta think of his position, bro. Nigga, say your nigga Steve over there, nigga rushing at him. You think he got a gun, because you ain't here, he unarmed. You rush with nigga, you think he got a gun, you got a gun. You gonna think I might as well blow this nigga before he blow my mans down. Simple as that.
But as he runs, he can go
it
south.
do look bad because everybody else heard it. But if he ain't hear it through the shit, what are you supposed to do?
Bound and flee. I think that's what we're all hoping would happen. K9 would get him and this would be resolved. I believed I heard a taser go off and it was ineffective and he continued. At that point, I fired 3 rounds and I did so because I was...
But nah, nigga, you shot after the K9 was... You shot like immediately after the K9 was deployed. I don't know.
Lethal cover. I had a fear for my safety, certainly to Officer Fields and Buckley who were behind me, and definitely to Sergeant Brown because I think that she had fired her taser and it was ineffective.
Officer Dean
Wait, I don't think it went like that, bro. I'm pretty sure you shot before tasers went off.
believes Sergeant Brown used her taser before he fired, but evidence shows she actually deployed it nearly 15 seconds.
Yeah, I'm saying. Like, you blicked that nigga down before. You blicked that nigga before anything happened.
After his first shot.
I fired 1 more round because the other 3
This
didn't
nigga
stop
doesn't
him.
know. See, bro. See, I was trying to defend. I was trying to play devil's advocate. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, bro. But nah, nigga, you stupid, bro.
At that point, I
You
reassessed.
lying.
Officer Peterson deployed a second taser. He was still able to function. Officers moved in. I holstered my weapon. I was shocked. I've never fired my weapon. My training kicked in. There's a response gap. When I fired the rounds, I was within 2 or 3 feet of him. I wasn't able to see him as he was approaching. I saw him as he came around the corner.
Evidence shows Joseph was about 15 feet away, though exact distances can be hard hard to recall in high-stress situations. From this angle, the sergeant appears to be just inches from Anthony's line of fire when he shoots.
To this moment, I don't know if he had a weapon or not, but I couldn't see in his right hand. I believe that he had been fixated on Sergeant Brown because I think he could see her. I realized that I'd been in a critical incident. I wanted to call my wife because my concern and my promise. My promise is that I always let her know I'm okay. I realized that I shouldn't do that. Before I give my public safety statement, Officer Kalaji was there, and I asked him to take my phone so that if and when she calls, he can just explain to her I'm okay. The nature of what we do, details come out and she contacts me. Under normal circumstances, I can text back, I'm okay. In this situation, I just knew I didn't control anything, and so I knew I'd be coming here. Officer Kalaji collected me up and brought me away from the scene as they were taking Mr. Washington into custody.
The day after the incident, the Pioneer Press reported that Police Chief Todd Axtell was considering releasing the footage and firing Officer Anthony.
Damn, yo. Damn, nigga.
Dean for the shooting. In response, Dean and his lawyer sought a court order to prevent the release of the footage.
My concern was for my wife. One of our officers that I'm friends with had been accused of being the person that caused the riots in Minneapolis. People showed up to his wife's house. When officers are involved in officer-involved shootings nowadays, they're targeted.
The court motion became irrelevant when the police chief released the body cam footage during a press conference on December 1st, just 3 days after the incident.
And when I asked myself if the officer's actions on Saturday night were reasonable and necessary, the only answer I can come up with is no.
Anthony Dean was fired over the incident. Anthony's lawyer expressed frustration over the release, which did not show less than lethal tactics, nor Joseph's claims of being armed. We were similarly denied access to this footage, as it was deemed private, non-public data under Minnesota law. Since 2023, the law requires footage to include circumstances surrounding an incident, not just the incident itself, which is how we were able to win an appeal with the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Investigation for the minutes of footage leading up to the shooting, evidence that has never been publicly released before. The 1,400-page report surrounding this incident includes transcribed interviews with all involved officers, witnesses, 911 callers, the female victim, and written descriptions of all body-worn cameras, even sections we were denied access to. However, one particular discrepancy has been noted. That discrepancy is the absence of an officer saying, "Hands are empty," as we heard just moments after Joseph left the dumpster.
Hands are empty.
While officers farther away, including Officer Dean, likely did not hear the comment.
That's what I'm saying.
This key detail is missing from the report. No officer mentioned this comment in their interviews, nor was it mentioned in any written descriptions of the body camera footage, despite it being heard on 6 different recordings. Despite these details, the report concluded that Anthony Dean had a reasonable belief he was protecting himself and others when he shot Joseph Washington, and no criminal charges were filed against him. Joseph faced charges for 3 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct, 1 count of kidnapping, and 1 count of second-degree assault, all felonies. Reports state Joseph called the victim over 350 times in the course of 11 months while in custody, despite an active restraining order resulting in a violation. He spoke about sharing a settlement with the victim, likely referring to a pending lawsuit suing Anthony, where he alleges he ran towards officers to surrender. Joseph wrote a letter to the judge regarding his violation, offering a troubling glimpse into his mindset. This is how innocent men go to prison for a crime he didn't commit. She slipped and said her mom went to the apartment before police and staged a domestic scene. I plan on making this into a movie so I can make certain people famous in the wrong way. Unfortunately for Joseph, in his own words, evidence always solves the case. Minnesota courts proceeded with Joseph's no-contact order violation, while his assault case was still pending. In 2024,
nigga, you crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You called that lady 350 times, man.
Or he pleaded guilty. He was sentenced to 23 months in jail with 761 days of jail credit.
You get this fuck nigga 2 years for that crazy ass shit, bro.
October 2024, Joseph was found guilty on—
That ain't 2 years. That's a little bit less than 2 years.
all charges in his sexual assault case. On 2 criminal sexual conduct charges, he was not convicted. For his 3rd charge, he was sentenced to 30 years in prison.
There we go.
The maximum sentence, which runs consecutively with his 4 years and 9 months for kidnapping. He also received 5 years and 11 months for second-degree assault, but this runs concurrently and won't add time to his total sentence. After applying 4 years, 5 5 months and 14 days of jail credit, which seems to
What in the flip is jail credit, nigga?
overlap his restraining order sentence.
His niggas just get out of jail free to get jail credit, nigga? Can I say in my jail credit?
Total time is 30 years, 3 months, and 2 weeks. He is also committed to 10 years of conditional release after his sentence. He must also provide a DNA sample, pay restitution, and register as a predatory offender. Due to the severity of his crimes, he is likely ineligible for earned time and must serve his full sentence. Assuming good behavior, his sentence is expected to end August 2055, when he will be nearly 66 years old. His conditional release will end in 2065 when he will be nearly 76.
Hey, I'm gonna catch y'all boys, man. That was the craziest nigga we watched. Y'all boys stay up.